Hello, everybody. We are back for another expert round, main account this time. What's going on, Mike? I would like to at least hit that minus 23 again. That's, allowing for one mistake somewhere. Really, I'm aiming for like 25, 26, though. I really want to get 7 down. What's going on, Jared? Detlef? COD, dude? Awesome, Jared. Glad you could tune in for a bit. Thank you, Sandy. Let's kind of see what the top is. I'm not too worried about looking in the opening round. Weekend round, I like to keep it a surprise. Minus 25. Definitely reasonable. And, roughly a little more than half are done. And at the moment, minus 18 makes the cut. So we definitely want at least a minus 20. That's like bare minimum, but I should play much better golf than that. I'd be upset with myself with minus 20. Thank you, Brendan. Geek. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, I'm going to keep it Titan. No top. No, we decided about one top is fine. 3-ish, right? No overpower. Just adjust for the wind. A little bit of curl. I'm happy you could catch me, Eric, too. What's going on, John? Thank you. Too much. People want to blast it too much here, and with the tailwind, there's really no need. See, that's our max sniper, so we're still not at max. We're about at mid. I'm playing it up a little further, a little more back. So we want about 7.3 at mid. Just over 6 rings here. Oh, that's so backwards. I hope I don't choke too bad. I did my measurement in total reverse here. That was just a total choke moment. What's going on, Alan? No, it was probably about right. It's because I've been taking this with a Kingmaker, and the wind's been less, so it's been a way less adjustment. So 6 felt like crazy wrong there. And it kind of threw me off and made me think I did a bad adjustment. I don't think I really did. So then the underpower really hurt me. See if we get lucky. Sand save. Tough hole to have a sand save on. Ah. Yeah, that's what I meant, Steve. Because, like I said, I was used to doing this with the Kingmaker, so the wind was less, so my adjustment was more like 4.5 rings. Um, so it threw me off. It made me think I was over adjusting. Just kind of a mental fart there. It happens. If I could do that, Jared, I would. If I could, I would. I mean, Needle always goes fast for a sand shot. I'm not worried. Yeah, that was just a dumb mistake. Usually things like that don't throw my round off too bad. Would have been nice to get the sand save, but it was close. Not quite. I can definitely say, Steve, it does sometimes feel like the needle does move quicker and slower. I think it was quicker. Supposedly, like, Kingmaker slows the needle speed down, and that includes, like, bunker shots. And it's overpower, and then, like, bunker shots and rough shots supposedly slows your needle down. Titan doesn't so much, so that could be a part of it. That's tough, Alan. Those are going to be weekend round scores for sure, so get used to it. But in opening round, you got a tougher bracket. I'm willing to bet someone in my bracket will get up there too. Just because it's not there yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. There's plenty of people that haven't played yet. Ooh, buddy, that's trouble. At least I would rather be on the fringe down there, but that's still not good. over adjusted that one. Oh, I hate when the greens do this. That means we got to play this more true. Thank you, Steve. I want to make sure my Goliath is in. Sucks not having a lot of kingmakers on this account because a lot of holes here, kingmakers really are probably the best ball. Ouch, Ben. I don't know if that could be true, Alan. Well played. We're not doing a power slice. Very well played. Might as well stick Titan. I think with the side wind we'll be okay with the lack of full top spin. I hope. Whew. Cut it a little close there, but we're all right. Thank you, David. Might still be a bit of a reach from there. Hopefully we still have the play I like to play with the wood. Fairly certain we'll be out of, it will not be long iron range. I didn't get nearly the distance this guy got. The only problem, all right, yeah, we're fine. The only problem I have with YouTube is a lot of times I'll start typing something and my cursor's not in the chat box and it will you know, mute the stream or scroll the page down, something like that. Ooh, man. Close, close. Really want to find a drop somewhere because of that par. I'd like to at least get really I'd like to at least get that 24. The way I've been approaching these par fives, the second shot has been overplay the wind on the bounce, but don't overplay it on the actual shot, if that makes sense. I really feel like that is been getting me the closest. Definitely slow going getting opponents today. Stop. Whew. Glad I didn't go a full bar more. I did 4 last night, and I was right between clubs, so I wanted to increase it a little bit and get a little further up there. That was cutting it close. Awesome, Jimmy. So now we're like right smack in the middle. That's beautiful. Actually going to cut back that right spin a little bit. Get in the hole. Oh, man. With that angle, we probably could do without the curl. Thank you, Quentin. Thank you, Detlef. The hardest thing about that shot is the wind adjustment because it does not adjust like normal wind. You have to kind of just envision where the ball is going to go through the rocks, like as if the rocks weren't there. I did my alternate expert account last night and got a minus 23. We will likely see a handful of pars on this one. Not us, hopefully, but just in the tournament in general. I believe I'm fine with this. The only hole I really want to bring the Apocalypse is hole 7. Do what you gotta do, Alan. This is one I definitely do want to take the Kingmaker instead of a Titan, for a multitude of reasons. The full side spin being the biggest, but cutting down that wind a little bit definitely is a factor. It is tail, but it's also pushing the wrong direction of the way we're trying to play. So cutting it down is a good thing. We can get plenty of distance with just a solid shot. Nothing there. Great. Hopefully it's still okay. Great left is definitely better than great right on this hole. Stay off that pair. Okay. You know, great right, you might be in the water. Great left, if it goes bad, you're probably in rough or bunker, most likely. Really, really great left could probably be just as bad, but we're talking if you're just a slight great or right or left. Thank you, Jeff. No notification, that's a crime. Welcome in, Santos. Thanks for the good luck. We're doing fine, except for a mental biff on hole 1. Although, in my opinion, the hardest holes are the back 4. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I kind of overplay this wind. Something there. I want to go short and to the right, and then just make a standard adjustment. See how it works out. Hopefully we hit a perfect so we have a good judge. Great. See, it's still rolled long. Oh, 1 through 9? Okay. My mistake. Let's hope, Quentin. That's a big part of what these rounds are for, in my opinion. Shake off the cobwebs. Get everything down to where you're not thinking about it so much, you're just kind of naturally playing it out. I wonder who wins. All right, stupid Billy Goat bluff. Bring in the wind ball. Hopefully, it doesn't mess with my distance too much. Because again, don't have many kingmakers, trying to save those for the holes that they are needed. Hopefully we can place at least in the top 10 this tournament and recoup some balls. Got to make the weekend round first, though. That's a big part of why I'm low, is I didn't make the weekend last tournament. First time in a long time, and it stung, so. That's the first goal. Make the weekend. Gracias, Tim. See how it is here. Wow. Go about there. You know, not the prettiest shot. First time trying that with a power 3 ball. Line's a little different. But the thing is, that's tricky about that is if you curl too hard to the left, you will hit that rough and end short and leave yourself with a chip. And I don't want to be taking chips either on this hole. So I avoid those in general, unless it's like, you know, chip for albatross. Jim, you can't do that. It's a new phone. Don't do that. Yeah, and like you said, it's only opening, so, you know, you're still, knowing you, you're still miles above the qualification line. So, shouldn't be a concern. Have some free coins, Big G. I don't know really what to tell you, Ian. Just stick with it. I did have a really rough slump myself. Probably around, you know, 2,500 games. Like my second time maxing Tour 10 or Tour 9. I'm sorry. I then went all the way down to Tour 7. So, you know, crazy things happen. This game is there's a lot to it. And it takes a lot to really be dialing things in and understand what, like, there's a lot of micro little mini adjustments I make in my head, you know, with my ball guide and stuff that I do that is just a natural thing and there's no real way to explain it. I do my best, but there's just a lot of trial and error and practice. And take good notes of yourself, watch or record yourself if you can, and watch yourself play. You'll see yourself making errors you didn't know you made. That's probably the single best tip I can give you. If you really want to improve your game, you're really struggling, record yourself and watch yourself. Not the replays, because they don't show you what you're doing. You know, make your own little YouTube channel, set all your videos to private and just record, you know, stream yourself and you'll have them to record as recordings. Won't even take up any memory because it's streamed over the internet instead of on your phone. It's the best suggestion I can give you, or maybe take a break. Or start a new account or something. We'll just do it now. Oh, it's gonna ask me anyways, so screw it. Jim. Yeah, I don't know, Jesse. YouTube sucks. What can I say? I'm actually going to cut it down to 2. I want to see how that works out. If I'm not mistaken, right in there. Correct? Yeah. Let's hope. It looked longer on mine, but... Well, certainly not the worst shot there. Certainly not the worst. I think we come over to the left about a ring. Much rather be taking a Nirvana shot than a Malibu shot, that's for sure. I'm not a fan of being directly right of the green from the view we're looking at now. That it's just a very awkward shot with the way the elevations work and stuff, but it's close, so I will take it, you know. We couldn't have a much worse situation. It could be where he is. You know, that's a tough shot to sink. Any day. We're a little short. See, like, I didn't want to be over here. That sucks over there, in my opinion. These greens are kind of funky and stuff anyways, so there's not usually a great spot once you're talking about being a little distant from the... Pull it up a little further. Then we should only need about a ring here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Then we need a little luck. We gotta hit it perfect. Got our perfect. Do we have our luck? Yeah, all right. Good save there. We needed it. What's going on, Sylvan? Randolph, welcome in. Four backspin, Brendan. If you're talking about the ball adjustment. 4 backspin, I believe it's like a bar right spin with the direction the wind's blowing. I have yet to do it, but I will be doing it later today. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ivan. Welcome, Bruno. I wasn't sure about that. Kevin, thank you. I thought possibly, you know, you named the school after yourself, so I was going with it and figured you'd correct me if it bothered you. So thank you for correcting me. I will do my best to remember it as Kevin. I believe it's still 50%, Brendan. Ivan, the best thing I can tell you is use the Golf Flash Notebook suggestions to start. and it's just going to take some time to learn it. I just really started learning it myself. Probably wouldn't be the best to teach it. If I get a little more to the point where I'm comfortable, I definitely would be willing to put out a video for it. This actually is my least favorite hole. I prefer Billy Goat Bluff over this one. Yeah, I am a hooking noob, not gonna lie. It's all good. I'm pretty good at it for a noob. I gotta make sure to check the distance before we start this hole, because I'm doing a ocean ball to save the Kingmakers again. So I have a feeling we're going to be actually playing my spot closer to max, which would be nice. Quickly, give him a ball. Quickly now. Yeah, so we're right at max there. That's nice. This is actually the spot I like, right up in here. 2 back, about a half a bar right. Right in there. So we need to do about 1.5. So we're at 6.5. Freaking great. That shot is perfect if you hit a perfect. I got a feeling. Thank you, RJ. And welcome in, of course. Good to see you. I did Sunday night, Bruno. Yes, exactly, Tim. This hole does not allow for great shots for the most part. You can get lucky, but for the most part, you hit a great, you're not going to be on the green. Come on, I just want to be on touching that left side of the pin. The only reason I try to be so precise with that is I'm using topspin. If something goes wrong and the topspin is higher than the ball guide looks, you want it to smack dead center of that pin so that it does still stop. Yeah, Thor Hammer is super easy to learn the power slice. APOC I find pretty hard because I think it varies based on ball power, because then the amount of time the ball is in the air has more of an effect because of the crazy amount of curl it has. So I think APOC's a little harder to learn on. It's kind of more a trial and error thing and learn your spots. But Thor Hammer is pretty easy. Honestly, Extra Mile has been pretty easy to learn as well. My Nemesis is coming in. Although at level 7, it's a very good club. I will not deny it. Well, the curl is beautiful on the APOC, Alan. It can do things for you, but it's just harder to tame. It's probably the best way to put it. The Guardian level 7. At 7, I believe, is when it actually becomes a contender against the sniper. We're going half a bar top. We don't need more. I'm actually even going to play it down slightly bit because this is more about where my my other Thors were going. Yeah, we could have squeezed it up a little higher, but that's okay. Should still be good. Yeah, and that's where the accuracy really goes up, which makes it much more consistent, so your great shots don't kill you. That's big for me, because I'm a great shot professional, let me tell you. I hit great shots like it's what you're supposed to do. So if I remember right, it should be somewhere in the 7.5 mile-an-hour ballpark wind for this second shot, which means it'll be about 6 rings. So I don't even have to look, which is nice. Yep. So I'm going to cut it back just a little more. Let's go about in there. We're going to go 5.5 with as much spin as that allows. And I want to come right about in there. So right about in there, leave a little breathing room for a great shot. Hopefully I left enough. That was a pretty big great. Whew, man, that was close. All right, we'll catch you later, Jesse. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. That was one of the better rough bumps I've seen yet. That was pretty good. I love me a Gimme Eagle. I love an Albatross more, but a Gimme Eagle is a close second. Hammerhead maxed out? It's probably great. I haven't really looked in a long time, but I know it's a very, very good club when it's maxed. I just don't know how the stats compare. I don't know what the pros and cons are over the sniper. Well, you're welcome, Brendan. Glad I could help. And I will use it for sure then. I shouldn't even let him shoot. Sorry, guy. At least you got to practice out of it. Kind of similar wind, at least. You know, a little more right to left, but... Yeah, I just don't know. That's the thing. Some of those epics, they just really don't show you how good they are until, like, they kind of do. You can look it up. But they're like equal, and then all of a sudden it hits level 6, and it's like, holy crap, this club is amazing. Very nice, John. Woo, boomerang. Yay. Oh, I am very happy to get another Kingmaker back. Every one of them counts. On this hole? Kind of. If there wasn't so much going on that green, and like the direction of the length of the green is really awkward, you know, I just, The shot we've got going is pretty good, I feel. We'll play one of these. Nah, if I'm going to do it, that might as well just stick with a Titan anyways. I really would like to use the Kingmaker here, but not until the weekend. We're going to go 1.5. Get a little more distance out of it. Yeah, that's the biggest reason I want to do well on this one. Of course, I always want a gold. Always, you know. That's if you're not striving for the gold, you shouldn't be playing. But the biggest reason I want to place top 10 at least in this tournament is to recoup some balls. Top 5 would be, or top 3 would certainly be ideal. I really wish it was better. Everybody in the top 10 should get a pretty damn good ball pack, in my opinion. It's hard to get a top 10 in a tournament. You know, you're getting the top 10 out of 220 people. That's no small feat. All right, so we want about 7.5 at min. This is about 4.5 rings. Let's crazy. We're going to go about 5 just because we're still in a good cushion there. Darn close. It was darn close. Right really isn't a bad play. It's not. But a rough bump, I feel, is the better opportunity chance. If they would have given us, like, you know, different winds on that like if that second shot had a straight left to right wind or something, I might consider going top, because then you have a headwind into that second shot, which would help slow that ball down and give you a little more option of how to play it. Taking all precautions and coming back with a top spin. We don't want to miss. We don't want to miss, even with a great. After getting the par on hole 1, we certainly want to at least get the birdie there. Yeah, like I said, I was not really concerned about the hole. I just had a brain fart, and I knew what I did right when I hit the ball. You know, it was one of those, like, man, I was just an idiot. I was an idiot. But what are you going to do? Those things happen. I am happy to do it on the opening round instead of the weekend. And we did get 7, so we are at least back at our even on pace for a 24, which is certainly going to qualify. Yeah, like I feel rookie and pro, the prizes are pretty good. They're pretty fair. But expert and masters, they could use a revamp. Really, I think the top 20 or so in every bracket should be a little better. Because it's an accomplishment, you know? To barely recoup your balls back is kind of eh. You should be getting your balls back and then some for a top 20. At least a little bit. You know, for like 15th place, you should at least be getting a little. Like if you use 48 balls, or what is it? I think that's right. 18, 36, and 9. So 45. Use 45 balls. You should at least get 50 for a top 20. 50 usable balls. What is that? US, Tim. Get my Thor up right now before I'm done and looking for it on the rush. Thank you, Dan. AKA Skip. It was solid. I really wish I would have birdied 1. The bare minimum, because that would have definitely made it a nice round. Or a nice front 9. Because optimally, we'd like to shoot a 26. that is no mistakes golf, in my opinion, to get a banner here. You need the Eagles on full 7 and 16. Ah, same thing. I freaked myself out on that first shot of the day. Questioned my max backspin move, but need that max backspin. Or if anything, maybe half a bar short, not a full bar or two. It's too much. We're going too long. Definitely would rather be short than long on this hole. Oh, snakes. Whew. That was really scary. Thank you, RJ. I got a minus 12 on the front 9, RJ. 13 was after 10. Shooter. I'd much rather see Shooter than Happy. Too many people think they're Happy Gilmore. Shooter, you might want to take a shot, brother. It's not something I see in the tournament very often. Not in opening round, maybe qualification rounds, especially on a Monday or something, but that was pretty surprising. Well, that was really weird. I hit a funky little spot on that fairway. That kind of sucks. Yeah, I'll say. Really? I wouldn't think. Wow. A little scarier than I like, that is for sure. I'm coming in. Ready. Just about there. It's about all I really feel like I can afford. Wow. This hole plays funky. There's sometimes I take second shots there and the wind way overplays. And then sometimes it doesn't. I just don't get it. Ooh, this is a finicky putt. Scary one there. Let me refill my beverage, guys. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. And it's afternoon. It's my Saturday and it's afternoon, so yes. And it helps my game a little bit to have one or two. I definitely make a few less mistakes, I find. You know, 4 or 5 and it's a few more mistakes, but should be good. I just want to make sure, yeah, I want to always make sure I got the right clubs in. It's so easy to forget, and then you go in and you find yourself using the Grizzly on hole 4. James, don't do that. That's a little more comfortable. That's like right where I want to be. Not that, like, the spot I had last time was a good one, but the way your heart pounds when it almost rolls into the rough is not a good thing. There's almost no sense in even me actually pulling this up. The way I take this shot, I totally just eyeball the wind without using any actual rings, numbers at all. Alright. A little worried we're going to be right at that weird spot again. Oh my god. Ooh, that camera tricked me. I thought for sure it was going in the hole. That felt like the camera from the second bounce when you're gonna get a bounce hop in. I will be super happy if I can just muster a minus 26 in my weekend round. Super happy. Because that requires, if I can get 7 dialed in, I mean dialed in, not just getting it 50% of the time, but if I can get it to the point where it's like, okay, I got that spot, we're down. It's in the hole, or it's near the green every time, and I'm making a chip shot that's reliable, then I will expect a minus 26 for myself. Want to play perfect, that's all. If I can do that, I'm happy. It should be good enough in this one to top 3. You would be, in my opinion, you would be in an unlucky bracket if you shoot a minus 26 and you're not in the top 3. Thank you, Boomer. I am trying. I am trying. Can't see why this wouldn't be good. That sucks, Bruno. I know how it feels, my friend. My main didn't make the weekend last tournament. I was heartbroken. It's been a while. I pretty much expect to make the weekend for myself every tournament now. I know I have the ability. For the most part, I expect myself to get a top 20 in most every tournament. Although expert level in Master Division, it does depend on the tournament. There's some where I'm at a severe disadvantage when there's, APOC 5s in the field and stuff. This one, I don't feel like I'm at a super disadvantage. I really don't think super distance really saves you on any of these holes. So we're gonna go coming in way shorter this time. Let's try that. Still about normal measurement here. Just did 8 rings, plain and simple. Came in a little right, but that was about perfect with distance. So that's one I'm going to definitely want to go back and look at and see exactly where I lined that ball guide up to and make just about a 1 square adjustment. And it should be getting close. Nice, Kevin. I think it doesn't really start getting too much harder until about Expert 3 is when you start really having to make some serious buck to progress. But usually, if you're Expert, if you're Expert 2, trying to climb to Expert 3, you're probably playing Tour 8, Tour 9, and it really will not be too hard. A lot of what division you're in is how much you play. If you play a bunch, you're going to go up quickly anyways, no matter what, because you're going to be winning enough games within the 500 games you play in the week that you're going to go up. If you're only playing, 3 or 4 games a day, then you got to play really well and in higher tours as you get up the scales. Oh, you hole. Not nearly enough gas there. Too much backspin. I think 1 bar is going to be about right for this ball. Longer putt than I would like. That is for sure. No, I mean, realistically, yeah, it's a good shot. Like, in a shootout, that would be a contending shot for the win in a lot of cases. Like I said, it's a little longer of a putt than you'd like, especially, like I said, my tablet, it's the one thing that it seems to like to occasionally pull lag up on is on the putt. And often it's hard to tell when it's doing it. Sometimes I can, and I can release early and get, a close enough to perfect that it'll drop, but putts is the one thing that scares me with distance with this tablet. Although this tournament has seemed better overall than previous with the lag. And a big part of it is letting the needle swing a few times. And it seems to erase any lag if there is lag. Let it kind of catch up to itself. It has seemed to help. Ever since I've started doing that, I've noticed getting lag on my putts way less. It's maybe 1 out of 20 or 30 or something now, as opposed to it was kind of like 1 out of 6 or something like that. When I was pretty much just like, let it swing, hit. Because that's typically how I'd putt. I don't usually let it go back and forth a whole bunch. I let it swing one time. All right. Always happy to get the birdie here. Hole 7. Let's see if we can get this drive right for once. Not sure what you mean, Quentin. Because if I'm moving the putting, if I'm moving the ball, then my finger is clearly touching the screen. At this point, we're happy, because at this point, it would pretty much take us having the worst last... Oh, man. My battery almost dead? It is. Good thing that happened now. I'm going to have to switch devices here, guys. Give me 1 second. Why is it not showing up? Maybe because this is still... I apologize that it's going to have to be the last couple holes on the phone here. I was at 100%, but usually when I do a full 18, I play with it plugged in the whole time. But I'm certainly happy it dimmed, so I realized it was going to die. And it didn't die in the middle of a hole. What? You have to wait 24 hours. Maybe I guess I had my YouTube channel set up like years ago and just never really used it. I posted like 3 things on it. So I guess it was already active and going. So maybe that's why I didn't need... Oh, I might have had to wait. I don't remember. It's been a while. I think I've been doing this about 4 months now. All right, we will take that. Still not a gimme, but that's a much better chance at it than what we've been getting. No, Rafi. Not that I'm aware of. Like if you're talking power slice. All right, hell yeah, I'll take it. I will take it for sure. Oh, okay. I don't know all these people like you do, Tim. Oh yeah, isn't it nuts? Like 30 years ago? You could smoke everywhere. It's only 4 gems. I'm going to pop that in hopes we win one more before the end here. Go ahead and start that guy up. Thank you, Rafi. Boomerang. I have never used the boomerang and don't plan on it. There's a bunch of clubs I wouldn't suggest that I have tried, hoping they would be good in some fashion and aren't. But I can't say I never used them. See how we do with a perfect. Darn good shot. I'd like a drop, but that's okay. Thank you, Johnny. We're just about at the end here. Boomer, there are times the rapier is superior, or a really high level firefly, but we're talking really long greens, typically fairly flat tournament situations mostly, where you want to do running shots. Because you know you're playing against, let's say, a 10-mile-an-hour side wind with, you know, 20 yards of green in front of you. But for the most part, Endbringer, you know, once it hits like level 3 is my suggestion for a lot of holes. It's just so consistent with normal style chips. Oh, that was all you needed to do, James? Now you're good? Glad it was something you could accomplish then. Last hole. We should be able to get the eagle here. We should. As long as we make the ever important guardian change. There is a lot of preference to it when it comes to wedge selection. How you like taking, you know, your general son of a gun. It should be okay. Key is kind of going to be getting this right spot and not over curling. You know, since we're not using top or anything there, it shouldn't make a difference that it's the Apocalypse over whatever other club. I should have still probably went with the 1-bar top. It's going to make this shot a little trickier this time. A little further back than I'd like to be. Yeah, you can't over curl it. You'll hit the rough. You will. I have done it. All right, so we're still good. We still got where we needed to. I liked that 5.5. We want to be in about there, so about... All right, we got our eagle. So a shot of -25. I know that 26 is in range. The only mistake was a hole 1 super biff, so that one shouldn't happen in the weekend round. Woo! That was pretty nice there. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I did not add 10%, Ivan. Not to that shot. I do still have my pro to play, Tim. Yep, just play it straight up, Ivan. Forfeit this one, especially because the wind is completely opposite of what we're looking at. I've got that shot where I want. Just going to take the slightest minor adjustment. Sitting up at first. I like that. Let's hope that can happen in the weekend. Why did I beat him? What did he do in the qualification? 12? Oh, it's probably from that extra eagle because I birdied one. So that worked in my favor, kind of. Not that it really truly matters here, but I am, Tim. As long as I can find a good chance to do it today, I definitely will. I'm not sure. I got to kind of message around and see if anybody is trying to go here in the near future. Otherwise, it might be very soon. So I know RJ is going. Jesse will be going tonight, fairly certain. So there's definitely other streams happening today. I got to find out. But I plan on trying. I will do my best to stream it. If not, I'll at least record it and post it for everybody. I appreciate all of you coming in and supporting me, having fun with me. Click that thumbs up if you have not already. I would really appreciate it. Helps get me out there a little bit. And stay tuned. There will be more streams from both myself and the rest of the 19th hole crew as the weekend continues. Later all.